Well, welcome back to Jaguar Mining's channel, a growing gold producer during a booming gold market. Joining us to give us a high-level overview of some recent production results, we have Alfred, the CFO, as always. First and foremost, welcome back, sir.
Hi, Kyle. Good to be with you again.
It was a pleasure to get back on, brother. And I want to dive into this because your consolidated gold production was 17,244 ounces compared to 16,177 ounces in the first quarter of this year. You want to talk about this really good growth rate and generally good production at a good time with gold prices?
Sounds good, Kyle. No, we're really pleased about the results that we had in the first quarter, in the second quarter, I should say. We had much better grade control, which you see in Turmalina as well as Pilar. We also had, for the first time, we're reporting our development grade at Fina, which contributed 4,300 tons at 4.81 grams per ton and at a 61% recovery, which actually is better than our modeled recovery, 55%. And of course, at Pilar, which 3.83 grams per ton on a quarter-over-quarter, year-over-year basis, I should say. That's like a 26% increase in grade, and that again is the grade control. But it's also this BA-Torre zone that I've mentioned before. We've made some progress. We now have five levels of development that we're working on. We're getting set to consolidate some of the drilling that we're encountering into our updated reserve resource model, and to record some resources for that material. But we've been phenomenally impressed with the grade that's been coming out of the development tons. So that 3.83 grams per ton at Pilar really reflects that. And I think Fina, just to reemphasize, just some development ore, but we process that ore at our Turmalina plant, where I think I've said before that we modeled a 55% recovery on that more refractory ore, and at 55% recovery at the higher grades, that still makes money for us. The fact that we recovered 61% on those development tons, we're pleased as punch at that, because that just bodes well for the economic recovery of that deposit. Although we continue to look at the alternate sources for processing that ore, maybe optimizing that recovery further, but it's a good story, and it contributed to our results in the second quarter.
Yeah, and you're just in this incredible trajectory right now. I mean, the stock is starting to get recognized by investors. Gold prices are at an exceptional level here. I mean, your company's cash position, even as of June 30th, that quarter there, increased 42% to 37.4 million. What are your plans with this cash? I mean, you guys just continuing to build it up using a safety net, or for some of the the further production down the road?
Well, the cash, I mean, we're pleased to see the contribution of $11 million during the second quarter, and that's entirely fueled by the operations. And I should note that while we produced 17,244 ounces, we sold over 19,000 ounces, and so there was a catch up there. And those sales really at the higher prices that we saw during the second quarter really fueled that cash generation. And the cash, it's a great spot for us to be in. We have further development plans ahead. We have Pitangui, which is in permitting, but eventually we'll be putting some capital in there, looking ahead to late 25, early 26. And of course, we have our ongoing reclamation, at our sites to make sure that we are staying on top of the conversion of the dry stack and so forth. So the cash has a lot of needs, a lot of uses, I should say, and we're pleased that we had such a strong cash generation quarter.
Now, finally, if there's one thing investors should focus on here, I mean, gold prices are at a great level. It's probably starting to boost a lot of the sector here. You guys are on a great trajectory for production. What should we be focusing on?
Well, I think second half of the year, with the five levels that I mentioned at the BA-Torre zone, that should contribute to our production increasing in the second half at Pilar, certainly, with Fina coming on stream and actually being stoping in the second half of the year. That Turmalina production will increase. So we see a strong second half of the year, and we continue to be asset rich. And this is something that I've mentioned before. We have other properties that are on care and maintenance, our Paciencia complex, which we're looking at bringing that online, taking advantage of these better gold prices. And that cash position that we have gives us the flexibility to dedicate some prudently to reanimating some of that production.
Yeah, no, I definitely appreciate the insight here. I think it's definitely an exciting time to be looking to forefront of Jaguar, but I'll pass that off to the viewers as always. We'd love to know what you think in that comment section below, and consider subscribing because as news and catalysts like this hit the wire, of course, we'll bring it to you here. But on that note, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.